and it is against the law for me to take an offer after the property has been knocked down and declared sold. So if you are here today with the intention to purchase and we are on the market at some stage, make sure that you're in a position where I can see or hear your bid today, because we can't take any late bids or offers. So the key is to be the highest bidder. For any reason we don't quite get to the owner's price, the property will first be offered to our purchaser or the highest bidder today at the vendor's reserve price. Well, buyers, those terms and conditions, together with our contracts of sale, they form your framework for bidding today. Again, introducing the team. Belinda's now outside here with Natalie, Josh, and also Peter. Ladies and gentlemen, we represent Ray White Real Estate in Glen, Waverley. Vendors are very clear. It is a vacant home. They'd like to settle in 30 to 60 days. Today, they would like to see a sold sticker on the board. And it is a wonderful opportunity, whether you're looking to add a property to your investment portfolio, whether you're looking to move into the area as an owner-occupier. It certainly does tick a lot of those boxes. Clean as a whistle throughout, buyers, but with some scope, of course, for you to continue some of the hard work that the owners have done. Those wonderful hardwood polished floors that greet you as you come through. Updated bathroom, of course, and plenty of scope if you like to open up the back section of the house. Plenty of rear yard that you could possibly look at adding a family room, or potentially look at adding a second story, buyers. But it is a great location, central by name and by nature. Only a few hundred metres up to Nunawading railway station. The opposite direction here towards the city will have you back to Blackburn in only just a few moments. It is a great pocket of real estate. I know if the neighbours that are here today, they would agree. Once you move into this area, it is very difficult to leave, and whilst it is a tough decision for the owners to move on, they are excited about the prospect of having a new owner, whether it's an investor or a family, to come in and to move on with this property here today, buyers. I'm not going to hold you back any further. As I said, the team are here to assist you with your bidding today, buyers. Where can we open the bidding here today? Opening bidder offer to start in your hands, ladies and gentlemen. 208 Central Road, in your hands. Opening bid or offer to start. Don't mind where we start here today, buyers. Opening bidder offer to get going. We have marketed between 950 and 1,045,000. Happy to start something in that range or a little bit below if that tempts your hand in the air here today, buyers. 900, welcome there. The good start there at $900,000. Let's go together from there in a $20,000 rise. Head 9's the bid, 20 a hand in the air. We'll get you amongst the competition here today, buyers. Head 9's the call, 20 in the rise, anywhere now. Head 9's bid, call it 20. The team are here to help. They can write down the bids if you need assistance, or simply yell out the bid for you. Head $900,000. Confident opening bid and offer to start. Head 9's the call, can we say 20 on top, anywhere now? Head 9's bid, are we all done? Surely not at 9. Head 9's the call for 20,000 the rise. Head $900,000, competition's there. Head 20's call at 40 now, what do you say? Head 920 for 40 in the rise. Head $920,000, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. Great property, great location. Head $920,000, your competition's there. Head 20's bid, 40 in the rise. Head 20's bid, 40 on top from here, what do we say? Head $920,000, do we go again? 940, welcome back. At 60, can we say? At 60 on the nod. Head 960 and 80 back to you, quick as that. Head 960 back here on the left-hand side. Head 960, call it 80 on top. Head $960,000, can we say 80 now? Head 960, 80. 70 will go together in 10 and I'll give you the same courtesy. Head 80 now. Head 980, 10 on top makes 90 or straight to $1 million in the rise. Head 980, the bid's here. Head 80's the call, do we say 90 now?
Yeah, we can.
At 990 and $1 million straight back there. Head $1 million even money, just 2 in the competition, more welcome of course. Head 1's the call for 10 on top now. Head $1 million, do we say 10 again? Head 1's bid here on the left. Head $1 million, can we offer 10 or better bid now? Head 1's the call for 10, what do we say in front? What's tempting you bidding of course today? Head $1 million, is that our best bid today? Head 1's the call, we all done first time. Head $1 million today. Looking for a $10,000 rise. Go at 10 again on top and 20 straight back there. Keen to buy together. Head $1 million, $20,000 there. Head 20's bid, call it 30 now. Head 20. Port Queen in the rise on top. At $1,020,000. Welcome to new bidding here, of course. At 20 over $1 million now is the call. At $1,020,000. Do we go again for 10? At $1,020,000, or do we give him that first right to negotiate today? At $1,020,000. Now all done. At $1,020,000 once. All done. At $1,020,000, bidding is here on my left-hand side. Second time. All done and finished now, ladies and gentlemen. $1,020,000. Do we go another time? Go at 30 and 40 back here. At 40's bid and 50 now on top. At 40's bid and 50 now on top. Bidders and buyers, we've had 2 in the competition. There could be more waiting for an opportunity to purchase today. At $1,040,000, but like I said, you need to make sure you are the highest bidder to give yourself that first chance to buy. At $1,040,000, we're all done here. I'm going to pause the auction just for a moment. Going to submit the bid inside. Give you all an opportunity to think about your next offer here this afternoon, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Thank you. Thank you today at the vendor's price or at a reduced price, as the vendors are considering an adjustment to their expectations as we speak. Buyers at $1,040,000. We're not going to muck around. There's 3 calls, and that's your chance to get your bid. And if not, we head inside here at $1,040,000. First time in the call at $1,040,000. Second time now at $1,040,000. Only taking 10 or better bid at this stage at $1,040,000. You've heard it then. I'll take 10 only at this stage. Come with me for 10 and you'll be back in the lead. At $1,040,000, the bid's there. At 40's the call. 10 will get you in the lead. If not, we head inside here. At $1,040,000, buyers. It's all done. At $1,040,000. Bidding is here. Clear instructions. Head inside with the highest bidder and give them the first opportunity. For those that have bid and those that haven't, that are sitting underneath our highest bidder today, I ask for your patience. Another 10. At 50. At 50 and 60 straight back there. At 60 and maybe the same situation occurs now. At $1,060,000 bidding there. At 60's the call, make it 70 on top. At 60, can we tempt you again for 10? At $1,060,000, you gave it a great try today. Thank you for your bidding. At $1,060,000 biddings there. At 60's the call, buyers. I thank everyone for their patience here this afternoon as we extract the last bid today at $1,060,000. We're all done and finished then. First, second, third and final time. All finished at $1,060,000. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will first offer the property to our highest bidder. I wish you well with the negotiation. To those that have bid today and missed out, I encourage you to stick around in case we don't strike resolve with the highest bidder today. On behalf of Ray White and the team, thank you for attending and have a great weekend. Thank you.